Welcome to the Uplevel Your Future No More Hiding Summit. You will discover innovative talks for personal and business expansion with leading experts. Today, be ready to be infused with hope, strength, and confidence and find powerful direction to lead you on a path of success. Join our world-class speakers and experience inspiration, hope for your future, and an elevation of your desires. Inspired Choices Network, our summit hosts, are excited to have you here.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Navigating the Path to Business Transformation. My name is Tina Collura, and I will be your host for the next 25-30 minutes. In the world that is constantly evolving, navigating the path to success requires not only a clear vision, but also an adept skill of strategic planning for our future. So as we stand at the intersection of ambition and opportunity, it becomes imperative to equip ourselves with the knowledge and the tools necessary to not only adapt, but thrive in an ever-changing landscape. So the journey to success is unique for each individual. And our goal today is to provide you with insights and strategies that will empower you to forge your own path. So as I started delving into the art and the science of future planning, exploring the key principles of cutting-edge strategies, I want you to, open up your mind. I'm going to share valuable experiences and expertise, provide you with actionable insights on how I help my clients succeed in the always changing world of personal and professional development. So whether you're an aspiring entrepreneur, a seasonal professional, or someone just seeking to elevate their journey, both personally and professionally, this talk is going to help you unlock your full potential. So together, let's embark on that journey of learning and empowerment. So today, I'm going to talk to you guys about the importance of understanding business challenges. We're going to explore some personalized solutions, and I'm going to help you understand what it means to realize tangible outcomes, and so much more. So, as I said, my name is Tina Collura, and I am an award-winning productivity coach, a business growth strategist, a keynote speaker for kids, adults, and corporate. And my zone of genius is taking people's big ideas, breaking them down into smaller, more manageable tasks so that they could start seeing the results they deserve. Now, I have won a number of different awards, both being named as one of the top 30 women to take inspiration from in 2022. I am an author in the Dynamic Women Trailblazer edition. And as I said, I'm a business growth consultant. So who are you? And where are you in your entrepreneurial journey? Being an entrepreneur is not an easy path, and I'm here to challenge you and to support you on this journey. So do you want to be making more money, more wealth, more freedom? Do you want to be committed to your journey? And are you committed to taking action? Are you going to be a creator or a stayer? Now, I always say to people, you need to burn before you learn so that you can earn. So that just means you have to have a burning desire to want more and to do more in everything that you do. So there's three phases in the entrepreneurial journey. There's the explorer phase, and that one is all about figuring it out. So you might be working on your proof of concept. You may be working on getting your first 8 to 10 paid clients. And this phase might take approximately a year to 2 years. And your focus is always about that one core offer. Okay. Then there's the creator. And this one is I'm working it out. So your goal is to get consistent income for 4 months and working towards 5K months per month. You may want to focus on introducing another offer to your core offer, maybe a downsell, maybe it could be a VIP day or a group program. And then there's the innovator. So the innovator, your goal is to scale and have 4 consecutive months of 10K or more. Now you're maximizing your profits from your golden goose before starting any other projects. So you're looking at multiple streams of income. You might be looking at a book, an online course, building a team, maybe a team of mini yous, collaborating with affiliates, joint ventures, and potentially membership programs. So there's 3 lead generation principles that every business owner needs to know. So before I get into that, I also want to ask you if you're in proper alignment with the right way of thinking, the right customers. So are you talking to the right customers? Do you have the right products or services? And do you have the right team supporting you? The right way to attract your clients, maybe the right sales tactics, the right way to handle your potential clients' fears and resistance to buying. If any of these 6 items are out of alignment in your business will struggle. So I want to give you guys an example of someone I've been working with recently. His name is Bob Goodman. Now, Bob, I was introduced to Bob through a mutual friend, and he and I started talking. And the minute I said that I help people take their big ideas and break them down into smaller, more manageable tasks, he's like, I need you. I need you in my life. And so when we started working together, I helped him identify, what are his big 3 to 5 goals that he wanted to achieve in the next 6 months. And one of them was to secure a big client. And so we started diving into what he was doing, and he does podcasting with people like CEOs of Levi's, CEOs of Sherm, CEOs of NASCAR. So he has all of these people in his vicinity. So it was just a matter of pointing him in the right direction, having the right offer, and by the end of our 90 days, he secured a contract for $120,000 with Sherm. So I was super excited for him. But that just goes to show right alignment, right people, right time, right offer. So if you're struggling to grow your business, it's probably because of potentially one of 3 problems. Problem number 1 is volume. So you're not talking to enough people, potentially. Problem number 2 is follow-up. You're not asking for the sale, and you might not be asking for the sale enough. And problem number 3 is your offer. Maybe your offer isn't what the people you're speaking to isn't what they need. So it's always good to have 1 or 2, maybe 3 different offers ready to go. Remember those 3 lead generation strategies I was talking about? Well, here's lead generation principle number 1. The greater the personal connection, the easier the sale. So referrals, referrals, referrals. I think we all know this, right? The fastest way to book a sales call is with a personal connection. So your top 3 personal connection processes are referrals, speaking, and networking. Okay. Lead generation principle number 2 is prioritizing the activities that will bring you the money. So the fastest path to cash. Work smart, not hard. Book appointments that are going to get you the most eyes and ears on you. And you should not be posting and ghosting. Always comment and react and or engage with your audience. Private messaging people, inviting them in to have a coffee chat with you. Those are great tactics to have. Lead generation principle number 3 is always keep your lead funnel full. Create a follow-up process that makes the most sense for you and your potential clients. And don't get consumed with the now, but always plan for the future. Now, the volumes of conversion that you can expect from different activities. So speaking, volume of conversion is usually 25%. Referrals, people who know you, 15%, networking, sponsorships, 10%, social media, Facebook Live, 5%, and that will get shorter and shorter with the furthest connection, personal connection that you have. So how are you going to draw people in? Well, I always say give, give, give. Give free information and then you're inviting people in to meet with you, and then you'll give them more value, and then after that you can make them an offer. And I always say, whatever you track, you attract. So have some sort of tracker. Identify what are the activities that you're doing in a weekly basis. Track your activity for 1 month and identify where are your leads coming from. So I did this for Facebook Lives, for calling people, networking, direct messaging, texting, vendor events, speaking opportunities. And after the 4 weeks, I basically was able to identify where do I get most of my leads. And then that's where I want to be spending my time and my energy, because let's face it, as an entrepreneur, our time is precious. Now, your homework, should you choose to accept this mission, is to figure out which lead generation activities are best for you. And maybe choose 1 to 2 activities that you want to start out with, right? Think about riding a bike. It takes some time, but once you get to doing it, you'll do it very well. Create a lead generation strategy. And if you want, I would love for you to share it with me. And then practice, practice, practice makes progress. So practice inviting people in, sharing and talking about all that you do. So I know that I've given you a lot to think about, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, I have so much work to do. Well, the reason that I'm sharing all of this is with the intention that you will take some kind of action. And always remember, imperfect action is better than no action at all. So the people who want to stop worrying at 3 a.m. and start having their mind working, I want you to concentrate on what are the activities that are going to bring you the fastest path to cash and the biggest return on your investment. So I'm going to share with you some other tactics that I do that are proven. But what I want to talk to you about first is fears, right? Most entrepreneurs have a fear of success, a fear of failure, fear that they're not good enough, a fear of rejection. Now, these fears are all fears that we have learned to instill in ourselves. But when we're actually born, we were only born with 2 fears, and that's a fear of falling and a fear of loud noises. So all the other fears have been programmed into your subconscious mind by your environment, your culture, your past, things that you've experienced. So I want that to sink in for a minute. We're only born with 2 fears. So here's some tips and tricks to help you conquer your fears. So the fear of success, create a success journal or create a success document, something that you can refer back to when you have that fear of success. If you have a fear of failure, try something new every day. Fear that you're not good enough, fake it till you make it. Fear of rejection, put yourself out there into safe situations where you can get rejected softly. I had this client who had this fear, and I asked her to go get 100 no's, and she came back to me after 2 weeks. She's like, Tina, I did it. And I'm like, what did you do? And she's like, I got a yes. I'm like, yes, but did you get 100 no's? She's like, no. I'm like, then your mission is not completed. So your thoughts create your reality. So what you focus on expands, good or bad. So we need to identify when we are having those negative thoughts, because let's face it, we are the business and we need to take care of ourselves first. And imposter syndrome, it's a big one. We all struggle with it. But you know what? Again, fake it till you make it, and know that you're not alone. And having a strong mindset is also important to do. So I told you about a success board. That's something that I create. I've been creating vision boards since 2006. Since 2021, I started creating success boards. Anytime I'm feeling down, I constantly remind myself of the wonderful things that I have created. So here's some tools that I want you to focus on for your professional development. So do an assessment. Sit down on a monthly or quarterly basis and ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, how am I doing with my success habits, building client connections, with my discipline? How are my offers? How is my money mindset, my lead generation strategies, growth activities, and social media marketing? So those are the top 10 areas that you need to be focusing on. And then again, sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what is working? What is not working? What can I do better? As an example, success habits. What is working? I have my weekly calendar and I stick to it on a weekly basis. What is not working? I'm not consistent with my training and my learning time. So what can I do better? Be more disciplined in building out 1 hour 3 times a week. Just as an example, start small. And then for 2025, create your goals. Map out what are the top 3 to 5 things that you want to accomplish this year, and then put the activities to it and make the activities smart, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And then break it down even further. Create your 30, 60, 90-day plan for each of those goals. So what do you want to do in the first 30 days? What do you want to do in the next 60 days and the next 90 days? And then you could break it down even further and create a weekly plan if that's how your brain works. So all these activities prepared me to see myself as my future self. So what are the future qualities that you need in order to be successful? So how are you showing up? What is your vibrational frequency? What are people saying or seeing of you? Are you owning your worth? These are questions that I continue to ask myself. You need to crawl into your future self skin. Start telling yourself that you are ready to do more and be more. Focus on future self conversations. When you're faced with a situation, ask yourself, what would my future self do in this situation? And how would your future self handle that situation? So I also do another exercise where I write my future self a letter. So, dear Tina, I am so proud of the year that you've had. You did so many amazing things in 2024. You did X, Y, and Z, and you changed the lives of so many people. And I know that you had some moments of self-doubt, but I am so proud of you. And I know that you did it afraid. You acted in spite of fear. And at the end, close it off with, you are my hero. And watch what happens. It'll just change your whole energy. Now, there's also 3 C's in life and business that I want you to be familiar with and I want you to own. And they are certainty. Certainty comes from when you are able to discern if you are doing the right things with the right people at the right time. If you're nodding your head, then you are good. And if you're saying, oh, no, that's not me, then you got some work to do. The second C is confidence, and confidence comes from results, evidence that you are getting stuff done, evidence that you are achieving your goals and you're helping others do the same year over year, month over month. And confidence comes from keeping promises to yourself, right? Showing up for yourself the way you said you were going to. And then the last C is clarity. Be crystal clear on what you want, who you want to work with, how you're communicating to people about who you are and what you do. And if procrastination is a problem, I want you to know that 20% of the population suffers from procrastination. Now, did you know that 20% of our day is spent on doing critical work? So what are we doing with the other 80%? So good time management allows you to accomplish more in a short amount of time, but everyone procrastinates, but not everyone is a procrastinator. So I want you to implement Tina's 10-minute rule. Now, Tina's 10-minute rule is very simple. Give it 10 minutes. If you're struggling to get something done, give it 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes, you could decide if you want to keep going with that task or if you want to stop. 9 out of 10 times, my clients kept going and they actually completed a task that was so daunting for them. So I want you to focus on Tina's 10 minutes the next time you procrastinate on something. One of my clients, she makes t-shirts for a living. She said she used my 10-minute rule and she completed an order of 100 t-shirts. Another gentleman that I work with, he said, I used Tina's 10-minute rule and finished my scripts for his courses that he was launching with Northeastern University in Boston. So it works. So the next step that I want you to focus on is I want you to figure out how many opportunities you have missed out on because you did not take action. I want you to ask yourself how much money you have left on the table because you did not take action. And then I want you to start thinking about all the people that you have missed out on meeting with because you did not take action or you weren't in alignment with the activities that you needed to focus on. And I know that it's easier said than done, but if you take the time to actually plan out, what it is that you want to achieve on a monthly, weekly basis, you will be surprised at the results that you will start seeing. Now, I have been in the entrepreneurial realm for the last 15 years, but it's in the last 5 years that I gave my business the attention that it deserved. And I started seeing the results that I knew that I reserved. And once you start putting yourself first, once you start putting it out to the universe, what it is that you want and who it is that you want to be working with, that's when the magic starts to happen because you're being intentional with all that you are achieving. So here are 7 steps on how to work towards achieving your vision. Number 1, write down your goals. Number 2, set a deadline, set a target date, and set a start date as well. Number 3, work on your mindset. Having a strong mindset is the number 1 thing that you need to be focusing on a daily basis. Number 4, develop a skill set. If you are, not strong in a certain area, figure out who is and identify what steps you need to take to get there. And then take the first step. Take the first step to working towards achieving that goal or that vision, and then continue it to completion. So many times, entrepreneurs, we have ADHD, we have squirrely brains, we have shiny object syndrome that's always happening. So find a way to bring yourself back and then reward yourself with your distraction of choice. So I know I've given you a lot to think about. If this resonates with you, if anything that I've said, even if it's 1%, has really made you think, I need to work on that, or, ooh, that's a really great idea, I want you to feel free to reach out to me. You can go to my website, seeyourselfgrow.com, and you can have a look around there, and you can book a call with me there. You can find me on all social media platforms. I'll be happy to sit down with you and figure out your mission, your vision, and your top 3 to 5 goals for the coming year. So my name is Tina Collura, and I am the founder and CEO of the See Yourself and Your Business Grow coaching and consulting firm. And I love working with people who are motivated and driven to take action and not be afraid to fail forward. That's important because as business owners, things are constantly changing and always evolving, and we need to be doing the same and not being afraid to try something new. That's the exciting thing about being in business. We get to try new things, right? And practice self-discovery. I think that is huge as well. And rock responsibility and embrace change as part of your day-to-day activities. Because the sooner you do that, you'll realize that life is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. And always move forward. I will persist until I succeed. That's one of my daily mantras. I will persist until I succeed. And then always remember that done is better than not perfect, right? The real world doesn't reward perfectionism. It rewards people who get stuff done. So being perfect is important, but it's not everything. Getting the job done matters the most. And celebrate your successes. Small wins can turn into huge victories. So thank you so much. And everything you need to push through to the other side is inside of you. I believe in you, and I look forward to seeing you and your business grow.
Thank you for joining this motivating talk on the Up-Level Your Future No More Hiding Summit. Inspired Choices Network and our expert speakers are excited to connect with you and learn about your hopes and desires to lead you to greater success. If you would like to learn more about everything Inspired Choices Network offers, including future summits, please email us at info@inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.